Alright, let's talk about the rice worm explosion, this wild phenomenon that's been making waves across gardening communities everywhere. You've probably seen the viral videos popping up on your feed with people claiming their gardens have been transformed overnight by these mysterious rice worms. It's all over social media and everyone seems to have an opinion. The internet's going wild over these rice worms, supposedly turning dull patches of earth into lush, thriving gardens in just a matter of days. But are these stories actually true? Or is this just another garden myth that's gotten out of hand? It's easy to get swept up in the hype, but let's dig a little deeper. Today, I'm going to cut through the noise and reveal what's really happening when people talk about the so-called rice worm phenomenon. We're going to separate fact from fiction once and for all. Spoiler alert, it's not what you think. There's a lot more going on beneath the surface than meets the eye. So I decided to take matters into my own hands and get to the bottom of this mystery. I designed a rigorous experiment to test the actual impact of these so-called rice worms. I wanted to see with my own eyes what they could really do. I set up different plant types, from leafy greens to flowering plants, to see if the effects were universal or plant-specific. I experimented with various soil mixes, from rich compost to basic garden soil, to make sure every variable was covered. And I controlled every variable I could think of: light, water, temperature, and even the amount of organic matter. Because if we're going to bust a myth, we're doing it right. Each group got the same light, water, and temperature, so the only wild card was the rice worms themselves. That way we could be sure any changes were due to the worms, not something else. Now for the fun part, the unveiling. This is where things got really interesting. And wow! The results were surprising and even more dramatic than I expected. Not only did I see serious shifts in soil nutrient levels, but the soil itself became richer and more crumbly, a clear sign of healthy decomposition. The time lapses showed some truly dramatic changes in plant growth, especially in the groups with active rice worm colonies. Microbial activity shot up, roots grew deeper, and plants seemed to bounce back from stress much faster. Some plants were noticeably healthier, even more resilient to pests and disease. It was like the worms gave them a secret boost. So what does this mean for your garden? Should you be worried or should you be excited? Turns out these rice worms are actually beneficial larvae breaking down organic matter, turbocharging your soil health. They're nature's own composters, working tirelessly beneath the surface. If you're into organic gardening, this is gold. Think homemade compost, richer soil, bigger yields, and healthier plants, all thanks to these tiny, hardworking creatures. All thanks to nature's own cleanup crew who turn your kitchen scraps and garden waste into pure plant power. My advice? Embrace the worms. Don't be squeamish. These little guys are your garden's best friends. Add them to your compost, watch your plants thrive, and see the difference for yourself over just a few weeks. You might even find you can say goodbye to chemical fertilizers for good and grow tastier, healthier produce right at home. But we're only scratching the surface of what's possible with natural soil boosters like these. The future of organic gardening is hands-on, experimental, and community-driven. It's about learning together, sharing discoveries, and growing better food for everyone. Try this in your own backyard, share your results with friends and neighbors, and let's build a network of garden innovators. And please make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay in touch with all of our gardening tips and tricks.